It's the Carter Man. I am out here in the cold, and it is cold. I mean, it's 27 degrees. That's why I'm wearing this ridiculous getup. But it's cold, and I'm in the cold for a reason. Because before I get to that, make sure you watch Coffee with the Carter Man, which the number one political activist podcast in America. It's now on Rumble and YouTube today. Back to the coal. I'm in the coal because I want to make a point that is being overlooked right now, and that is that winter is coming to Ukraine. Okay, winter is coming to Ukraine. And it's going to be a very bitter, cold winter for the Ukrainian people because a lot of their energy infrastructure has been destroyed in a war that should have long since been over. In fact, should have never started. Okay? Now, I know a lot of my friends in the conservative side of the ledger have worn around their little blue and yellow flags, and some of them even planted the things in their yard, overlooking the fact that Zelensky, at the behest of our CIA, is the one who engineered this war, okay? I'm sorry, let's stop lying about it, which is what the media does. And of course, Jake Sullivan and Anthony Blinken and Joe Biden, all three of whom should be tried as war criminals. This war started because Zelensky refused to come to any kind of agreement with Russia when Russia decided they had to protect their own borders against the continued threat of NATO. Now you say, well, how did NATO threaten? Well, let's see, we told Russia in 1990 we would not move east into Ukraine, and then we moved east into Ukraine. We decided we had 12 CIA stations. God knows how many biolabs, okay, in the Ukraine. And we decided to make Ukraine part of NATO. Now, so we lied in 1990, then we lied again at the first Minsk agreement, then we lied at the second Minsk agreement. We have since admitted we lied and thought it's wonderful that we did it. And that was for one reason, and that was to give us time to arm, our CIA time to arm Ukraine for its war with Russia. And then when the Ukrainian people elected a pro-Russian president, we had the Maidan coup, and Valerie Nuland must be very proud of herself, that fat, obnoxious, just appalling person, because she was there handing out cookies as our CIA overthrew the elected government of Ukraine and installed our own puppets in, leading to the grifter Zelensky. That's where we are now. That's how we got here. And Russia finally said, we've had enough of this move toward our border, and we've had enough of the Ukrainian government slaughter of the Russians in the Donbass, 14,000 over about 2 to 3 years. And so they said, we're moving to protect them. That's the whole history, folks. Look it up. Look it up. And then even after Russia made its move, Russia said, all right, let's sit down and talk. And Zelensky, at the behest of our CIA, who I'm sure offered him a lot of money because he will do anything for money, refused to sign the agreement that would have brought peace, a peaceful settlement. So there we have it. There we have it. And now we're facing a bitter, cold winter in Ukraine, and those people are not going to have enough heat. But guess who doesn't care? Guess who doesn't care? In addition to Blinken and Sullivan and Biden. And if you are saying Putin, you're wrong. You're wrong, because Putin could have leveled Ukraine by now if he really wanted to. But he has protected the lives of his fellow Slavs, yes, that's right, against the Zelensky meat grinder movement, okay? Zelensky doesn't care. All Zelensky cares about is whether that little puppet grifter is getting enough money. Guess maybe he wants to buy his wife another $5 million Bugatti with your tax money. Your tax money has been sent over to Ukraine. So that's where we are. Now, the latest is the media says, oh, Ukraine launched another offensive in Kursk. No, they didn't. They lost another attack in Kursk. Kursk has no military significance to begin with. It was all a PR stunt, which is what Zelensky's good at, and Sullivan and Blinken and Biden, because after all, it's only Ukrainian lives. The heck? Their attitude is, we've killed 1 million or so far, Ukrainians we've thrown into the meat grinder. What's a couple more thousands up there in Kursk? No significance as a military target, merely a PR stunt. Now they've launched another offensive, as our media calls it, which was just an attack, which has been repulsed at the great loss of Ukrainian lives. This has got to stop. Thank God Trump is making it more clearer every day that he's going to have an end to this thing. And folks, it's not going to be an end with General Kellogg's plan of NATO troops stationed in, peacekeepers stationed in Ukraine. Where's this guy coming from? The whole damn war was over Russia not wanting NATO in Ukraine, and he says that's going to be how we'll have a peace settlement. No, you won't. Peace settlement is going to be the end of Zelensky, thank God. And Russia probably will help rebuild Ukraine, and the Donbass will remain free of Ukraine forever, and Crimea as part of Russia, which is where it should be. I'm sorry, but it should be. The people are Russian and they speak Russia. So I think we're near an end, thank God. Let's get it done, Trump, as soon as you get in and spare the Ukrainian people even colder weather than I'm sitting in right now. Let's do this thing.